give peace a chance.
There are no words for the horror I've seen in Bucha.
If we were in their shoes, would we not be begging the rest of the world to help us? I cannot believe the scenes that I've seen on television.
Hello, my name is JAN FRENNINGSMOEN from Norway. I just got home from Ukraine, and I'll just tell you a story about how it started. It was a couple of days before the war started. Me and my friend was sitting watching television. We saw Biden and Stoltenberg was telling us that Putin is going to war to Ukraine, and we thought that no, he's not that stupid. That's not possible. What's the gain here? What's the benefits? And we thought that will not happen. I told my friend that, okay, if they do, I want to go in there and see what I can do to help. And he did. Putin did invade, and that was a kind of a shock. And if this war doesn't stop in Ukraine, God knows what will happen. I have a four-wheel drive. I have lots of experience with aid in Africa mainly. I know how to repair hospital equipments. I know how to repair inside ambulances. I know how to save life in the front line. And I can help the ambulance if they are stuck to pull them out and so on. So I went down there with a little bit of a knowledge what to expect. I went down with a trailer which is behind the car here, which I managed to borrow from a company, which I'm very grateful for the company that sponsored us. We filled the trailer up with wheelchairs and off we went. So we drove to Poland, to the border between Poland and Ukraine, unloaded the trailer with the wheelchairs, who went to different hospitals, and we went to a storage place where they call a hub, where they get all the aid from different places in the world. And the hubs was really hardworking people, but they were missing tents, so lots of the aid was standing outside in the rain and snow and was damaged by weather. So there was a huge needs of big tents to store several items. And then I was driven to a hospital, a children's hospital first, to see what I could do, because they had a ton of equipment sent to them and they needed help. So I went in there and I barely was able to go into the hospital because of boxes, different things that they will send from, they didn't know where, but like a big truck was coming, unload it, put it inside the door and left. And you can imagine that the hospital, who are understaffed because lots of people has gone refugee to other countries, the elderly and sick people are still in hospital, and the people who work there, who are left there, has no way that they can handle this equipment that comes from a truck. So there is like 1 million boxes in there, and I thought, oh, who's going to clean up this mess? And then I went up to the big room that they have gather all the electromedical things in a room. I used about 10 seconds to look around that room and immediately saw that this is actually garbage. This is the old stuff that we have in the basement in the hospitals. And I'm talking about the whole Europe, so it's nothing about Norway, or we don't know where it comes from. But it's like too old to fix. They need spare parts. They are sent in several boxes, and one box has been in one hospital. The other box with the wires in it is in another hospital, and I don't know where they are. And in all these items that they got, they don't know what's in the boxes. They don't know how to use it. It's in a foreign language. Some of them doesn't have any kind of description how to use it, and for sure not in Ukraine language. So what we have created by good heart is a total mess. I went into emergency room and I have to literally go through a lot of boxes just to get there. It's just a complete chaos. So it's kind of a mind-blowing that we are giving these people lots of guns, and I hope they are learning how to use them, and they for sure need it. But as more guns we give them, the more injured people it get, and these hospitals are not capable of having all these patients because there is no technology. I think they are, when I get in there, I was kind of a shock. I think they are like 40, 50 years behind us when it comes to technology. And then they are like really happy when they got technology from 2010 from us. What they don't know is that 2010 is too old. I can't even get spare parts for it, for lots of it. So what these people need is not our, let's say, garbage, because that's close to the truth. Not everything, of course. They need new equipment and they need to learn how to use it. They could be extremely more effective in how to deal with very traumatic patients, and that's not what we're giving them. Also, I went to Kiev. I went to the worst places where all the terrible things happen. But there is an organization called medbat.org, and they are a moving hospital. They are in the front line. They are kind of my heroes, all the hospital workers and these people, the best surgeon and doctors possible. They are in the front line doing what they can do best, save lives. And I thought I will make sure the ambulances is fit for fight. And the shock was kind of big when I went into the ambulances, and that's all of them. They have zero equipment, nothing. They have the bed in it. That's all they have. So if they had to cut a leg, they have to do it the manual way. And it's just like we did in the Second World War. It's just unbelievable. So I have documented a lot. You will see the pictures of the chaos, the despair of the employees who are really tired. And on my way home, I have to start getting some politicians to talk. I phoned the local mayor to start somewhere. I got up in the system, and in the end they said, no, we can do nothing about this because we are not allowed to give you money to send you to war. So they can do nothing about this. My main goal now is to send a team into the hospital just for trying, a team with 3 technicians, 3 nurses to teach them how to use it, not treat people, how to use the technology that they have that we technicians can fix. Then we need people to handle all the boxes and organize them. And I want to go in with a team of 10, 12 person for a month, see what we can do, turn around and do better and better while we are learning. That's the problem with the big organizations who got lots of money from government to help. They are not able to turn around quickly, and they don't know about this problem. I call them because the politicians in Norway tell me, oh, you can call Red Cross, they got lots of money. Okay, I call Red Cross. They said, no, this is not what we do. So nobody really cares. And there are other aspects to it. Lots of these equipments that we have sent them are environmental, it's nothing that you should throw on your garbage. They contain a lots of stuff that you have to recycle, and So we have to go through the equipment, and what we cannot fix, we have to take back for recycling, because otherwise you have given them a huge environmental problem as well. So it's piling up with problems if you don't do anything about it. I went to 5 hospitals, 2 in Kiev and 3 others in Lviv, and one between. They are exact same situation. There are probably better hospitals, but they are private, and I don't know how they are working during this war. I haven't seen anyone, I just see the official one, and it's just heartbreaking to see. And this is actually doing no good for the patient, which should be in our focus. This is hurting the patient. You're taking the focus away between the doctors and the patients, because they have to deal with all these boxes and equipment that they cannot figure out how to use. So my main goal is to try to finance a team who can go down for a month, then evaluate, see what we could do in a month, and then expand or change the process and try to find a way that the government can pay for this. So it's hard to actually, the war is one thing. I cannot do anything with the shooting, the killing, all that stuff. But to help behind the scenes, that could be done a lot more. But we are sitting here, can't say we do nothing, but we do nothing good for them. So I hope I can get somebody to wake up so we can address the problem properly, not pretend that it doesn't exist. So let's see. We take it from here. I will make sure this video go out to as much politicians as possible, so we are aware of the problem. So you cannot say, like in a year ago, that you had never heard about it. We didn't know it. Because actually, to be honest, being in Africa a lot of times, this is just repeating of the history. There is so many challenges with aid, and a lot of it we doesn't handle very well. And this is one of them. And it's not like you have to be a genius to figure it out. Just do something about it. And who have to do that? Somebody has to just give the money to somebody, and I will fix the team of 10, 12, and we are trying, and we'll see what we can do. I don't have the fully answer of all the problems, but we have to start somewhere. So let's start. Thank you so much for watching.